Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Festivus 2009. The inaugural Festivus on the radio, the first ever Festivus celebration live on air anywhere. I got a lot of problems with you people, and now you're going to hear about them.
Okay.
Kruger, you couldn't iron a silk sheet if... I lost my train of thought. So here we go. Grievance number one, the 2009 New York Mets, the entire team.
Top to bottom, whole organization?
Entire organization, probably with exception of Johan Santana. I'll give him a pass, even though he got hurt. But specifically singling out my favorite Met, Luis Castillo.
Still a Met.
For absolutely breaking my heart and dropping that ball against the Yankees.
Still a Met.
So a significant grievance going out to you, Mr. Luis Castillo. You are a true, total, and complete waste of life. Waste of matter, in fact.
Okay.
I would rather rocks be assembled to take up your body weight in a pond somewhere than you breathe.
That's like worse than death.
Yes.
You even want him to exist from the beginning.
Yes, I don't want his matter to exist on this planet.
All right, my first grievance. I have a lot now. I don't know if you can compete with me. My first grievance is Brandon Jacobs. Okay? Listen, you stupid asshole. Everyone picked your first in fantasy. I picked your first in fantasy in 2 leagues. Can you score a goddamn touchdown? Can you please score a touchdown? Why this year does he decide to run into every offensive lineman and fall on the floor?
I mean, I picked him first round too.
I picked him first round, and last night I'm in the semifinals, and I had him and Ganter. I needed 30 points from the two of them. Ganter gets 12, Jacobs 5. You had a monster year last year. You forced me to pick you twice in the first round, both years in a row. You son of a bitch. You're my grievance. I'll never pick you again.
Yeah?
You big bastard.
You've been grieved.
You've been grieved, Jacobs.
Your
turn.
Okay. Next grievance, which we've touched on many, many times on the show. And KG might want to get in on this when he gets here. He's on his way to the studio. Grievance number 2 on my list is the MTA.
Also,
I don't know about the MTA itself. I'm going to go with... You're going to say itself?
Yes. The whole MTA.
All right, you do MTA first then.
I would have to grieve against the MTA for raising prices consistently.
Okay.
Okay. And then every year, the service gets worse. And then they tell you the service is getting worse. It's very hard to keep going back to the same thing where the price is going up and they're telling you it's getting worse. So basically, the fare has rose how many years in a row now?
Probably 4. I don't know.
4 years in a row. They still don't have enough money, and they say they're still making service cuts.
Yep.
So that's my grievance. If there was another way of transportation, if I could find a way to get to and from the city that was double what I pay for the MTA, I would do it.
Okay.
But it's just that there's nothing that's even remotely close.
Further grievance on the MTA is them. Have you heard this? They're cutting the
school
Metro cards for school students.
Because
school students.
Because why do students need to get to school?
Yeah.
Why do they need to get to school? That's a brilliant job. Take the part of the society that doesn't have an income and charge them to get to school.
Agreed.
Because we don't want them to go to school.
Yeah.
They're literally taking money from children.
Yeah, they really are. Literally.
I mean, there's got to be some. There's got to be
a happy medium there somewhere where they could raise rates or
some way they could figure this out. Like maybe you know what they could do on like non-school days or non-school hours, like denote hours to that. Then they have to pay. Like if they're taking the train at like 6 o'clock at night, do some sort of a time limit. But I think they should be able to get back and forth to school.
Agreed.
Okay.
All right. I'm going on with the MTA. Not really the MTA itself. They can't really control this. But I would say the upstanding citizens that take the subway every day, the absolutely smelly and disgusting people that I sit next to on the train.
Next grievance. Polytechnic University.
Quick.
All right, for escorting me to the financial aid office because I owed $150 to having
terrible.
A security guard take me to financial aid, even though I've probably given that school hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Okay, I got one ready. Same thing. Sort of. Doctor's office sending me a bill in the mail for $1.35 from 2006.
For what?
I don't remember. Something wasn't covered. They sent me a bill in the mail for $1.36.
Did you pay?
Whatever it was, $1.30, whatever it was.
Did you pay?
I think, yeah, we mailed them in a check.
You should have mailed them a bag of pennies. It's been like here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, that doctor's been grieved against.
Okay, so I'll go next. Oh, this one's you. I got a grievance against
All right,
you.
bring it.
Okay, my grievance against you. Number 1, Andy Pettitte. You shit on Andy Pettitte constantly. And the man goes out and wins the clinching game for the Division Series, the Championship Series, and the World Series.
And the division.
I said that.
He won the division.
He won the division game too?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So my grievance is against you and Andy Pettitte, and also I feel that you are excellent when it comes to sports analysis, but you will not let go of the Mets during the season until they're officially eliminated.
Well, that's what you got to do. I mean, why would you?
Because you're the one telling me Ayala's going to get the job done.
He did.
Yeah. And you're so good with all the sports and like whatever, but then like when you're in season with the Mets and they can compete, everything they do is perfect.
Well, that's what it's all about. You gotta have faith in your team, or else why are you watching?
But like you can't even admit that the move is bad. You're like whatever. He could have a 9 ERA.
What are you gonna do?
So, but do you admit to that grievance? That
No.
your level of baseball sophistication lowers when it comes to the Mets competing for something.
No.
Off season, you're good. Off season, you can still analyze them, but in season, no way.
No.
Oh, okay, well that's my
Disagree.
grievance towards you. Go ahead, go.
All right. Here we go. This has been a grievance that's been going on for a little bit longer than just this year. It's more of a sophisticated grievance, I would say. I'd say the financial market in general.
Yes. Hold on. Grievance number 10 for me is I just have economy. Stop sucking.
Yeah. Seriously, I mean, it's been a terrible, terrible year. Sitting at work every single day, not knowing if you're coming back the next day, even though you're doing a great job, is a miserable feeling.
Yes, and I can't.
It's terrible.
I can't stand using the phrase, well, I'm lucky to have a job. So basically, you've taken the right away from me to say that my job sucks.
Yeah.
Because and I love when you're growing up, it's like you can be whatever you want. No, that saying is gone now. You're doing something, you have to be happy you're there.
Yeah.
So economy, fucking pick it up. We're not blaming Obama. We're not blaming
I'm
the
blaming
stock
Obama
market.
next.
Well, I know you. Grievance number 6: people who wear Bluetooths when they're not driving. We've went over this. We've went over this. Come back to society.
Seriously.
Stop looking at me and talking like you're having a conversation with me, because
So
then I'm
annoying.
going to answer you.
What do you think's the worst setting for that?
You want to know what I think it was? I mean, the train, the bus, it's very annoying, but like I think you can kind of get it.
Yeah, you can get through with that.
I was in a coffee shop,
Yeah.
and
I'd
this
say
guy,
a confined shop. like
this
a
guy was
grocery store.
eating soup and pausing to talk on his fucking Bluetooth, and I'm looking at and I'm just staring at him, and I wanted to put on a Bluetooth myself and talk to the person about how there's an asshole with a Bluetooth eating soup, and then go, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to the guy in the Bluetooth. So, people on Bluetooth, only wear them in the car. There should be a little shock that when you step out of the car, it should shock your ear, so you have to take it away from your ear.
Yeah. Hold on, I gotta open the window. It's too hot down here.
All right, I'm going to keep going because I have a lot here. Grievance number 7. People who play their iPod too loud. We've gone over this plenty of times. No one wants to hear little buzzes and clicks on the train because, you need to deafen yourself. You need to make sure that you have to block out all noise, that you have to put it on that loud. How is that enjoyable? It can't be enjoyable. So lower your iPods. And the problem is, it's like a chain reaction because when I'm on the train and I hear someone else's iPod, I have to go higher than his. So to counteract iPods, everyone's making theirs louder. So it has to be a conjoined effort. Make them lower.